You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Real Husbands of Hollywood After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Real Husbands of Hollywood After Show.
All right, welcome to the season premiere of the Real Husbands of Hollywood After Show. Of course, Bing is for doing, and I'm Nick Perdue, along here with an amazing panel of hosts. We'll start down at the end and we'll work our way back, starting with
Fahnia Thomas,
Larice Peoples.
and Michelle Renee.
there you guys excited?
Oh, very
Yeah?
super excited. Funny.
Do you guys feel like doing a fundraiser now?
No,
Absolutely. I feel like going to a fundraiser,
I'll go.
not bidding on anything, but
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
getting the gift bags and alcohol and
It's
stuff.
always good to have free gifts.
A fundraiser for myself. Absolutely. I can always use some more coins in the bank.
There
Oh,
you go.
really?
We just, we can get something together, maybe get a little smart car too, and then just
I
get
don't
people
know
to
about a
start.
smart car. I'd rather have another car. First of all, I wouldn't pay $150,000 for a smart car.
That was
No
the
matter
dumbest
who's there, no matter how beautiful she is, I'm like, you know what? It's only $12,000.
That's true. But it's a brand new smart car, and it was for a good cause.
And I think that's part of the joke is that people actually do go to fundraisers and spend like a lot of extra money on
Yes.
things that aren't even worth that much.
That is true.
It's kind of like the irony of
Or
it, maybe.
men spend money to impress
Yes.
women
Yeah.
a lot.
I think that's kind of a trend.
Do you guys do that, Nick?
I mean,
Nick and
it's
Larice?
not
Is that
tricking
what you do?
if you got it, as they say. So, Kevin Hart, apparently he has it, and he spent it. He probably didn't spend it well, but he spent it, and now he has he has a smart car for his collection.
I'm sorry. I'm not that guy who's going to go out the way to spend all that much money to impress a young lady.
That's true.
Even if you had it.
Even if I had it. I believe in equality. I believe it's equal up in here. I don't care how much I have. I'm like, you know what? I need for you to contribute as well as I contribute.
Well, she might contribute later down the road, but
Later.
yeah.
But we always foot the bill in the beginning, so I still wouldn't spend $150,000.
Yeah, that's a real big bill in the beginning,
That's a very,
especially with very little conversation.
especially when you at the end of the day you don't even get her. She kind of leaves with Romney. It's kind of sucks.
That's true. That's true.
Have you ever done that to a guy who's really trying to talk to you, but you kind of leave with someone else, like at the club, buy me a drink, and walk away?
Like purposely?
Yes.
I don't know about purposely, but if I'm not interested and you still offer, I'm going to accept.
Yeah.
Just say
Just
it.
because you buy a girl something doesn't mean she's obligated to go with you. I think when a guy like buys a drink or a gift or anything, he needs to accept the fact that it may or may not go his way. And the gift ain't getting returned either.
That's why it's
I'm
a
keeping
gift.
it, yeah.
So I am keeping this to myself. And the same thing happened with Kevin. As much money he spent, Selena still kind of left. As you can further see in the episode, again, he do not have the opportunity to go out with her and really get to know her because it just wasn't that type of party.
Well, maybe it's more endearing that she didn't go with him because what's the message that she sends if she's like, oh, well, he spent $150,000. Now I definitely want to go with him.
That's like girl
know?
chatter.
No, she was true to herself. In the beginning, she wasn't interested, and in the end, even though he blew $150, she still wasn't interested.
Secretly, I think she has a crush.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? He's a nice guy. He has no game. So he figures, hey, let me try and impress this woman.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Right? Yeah, well, that's
We're like,
really,
welcome to Hollywood.
that's really what it is. And so he's a name, right? He's like, let me try and impress this supermodel by buying this car that's, grossly overpriced, but it's for charity. So maybe she'll see the act that, a charitable guy and like, oh, okay, Kevin Hart's cool. But it didn't work out in his favor.
Not
And he almost
yet.
got outbid by a Kardashian.
Speaking of Kardashians, I mean,
Right?
Khloe and Kris Jenner. It's kind of nice to see both of them not on their own set.
That's true. I mean, it felt uncomfortable to me. Like it
Yeah.
felt very like it was definitely scripted. We know the
Oh,
show's
yeah.
scripted,
What a
but
course.
like that was very script. Like it looked like she was reading cue cards.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Chloe looked very uncomfortable. Like some of her hand movements and things,
Yeah.
she just looked awkward. Poor thing. But she did look good though.
She
You know,
looked
she's
great.
been like losing weight
She
and
lost-
everything.
lost
She
a lot
looks
of weight.
great.
Yeah.
Good
But
for
it
her.
did feel forced. Like the Kardashians are here, they're taking over, and it's like, oh, and this whole like
I know, right?
Yeah, it was a little
awkward,
weird.
like.
Yeah.
It's just picking on the little people. That's all. Have you ever dated a guy shorter than you?
No, I've never.
She's like, never. She's like,
I've dated a guy that was, I'm about 5'6" or 5'7", and I've dated a guy that was maybe like 5'11", and sometimes I wear heels that are pretty high, so we would be the same height, but never a guy shorter.
I've gone on a date with a guy that was shorter than me.
How was that?
Just one.
Obviously, it wasn't well.
Oh, okay.
just one date. Okay.
It's just awkward, you know? It's just.
As long as he
awkward.
has a lot of money, then that's all that really matters.
No,
No.
not it was a great dinner and an evening.
Is
but
this
it
the
was
height?
It was just the height. and
That's
it-
such
there
a
were
bad
couple
thing.
Other things, but
You know how many women I've talked to that's shorter than I?
Well, it's okay for the woman to be
Yeah,
shorter.
that's
5'4".
that's normal.
But you wouldn't talk to a guy that's 5'4"?
5'4.5" maybe.
With the
Kevin Hart's 5'4.5". See, so
Yeah,
that,
he's
so
a really
that-
small
So
guy.
that works. You know. But okay, well, let's talk about because Wanda Sykes, right,
Yes.
just is in his house, which is kind of weird because he was given a tour, for OMG Insider with Kevin Frazier.
Yes.
Right, because he moved into this new house and he has this penguin, or he had a penguin and he had this tiger that ate the penguin.
All the
Right.
imaginary animals that he had in his backyard. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I got a tiger. His name is Woods.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
okay.
clever.
Yeah, see what he did
I get
there.
it. It's cute. It's
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
And so he walks into his house and he sees Wanda Sykes and this car in his house. So basically, she's putting together this fundraiser without him knowing. Which is kind of like, I get it. Like, I would be upset too. You guys are just throwing this event and I have no idea what's going on, and I have to be okay with it because, you can't really turn down a charitable fundraiser. If it's like a party, okay, I don't want to do a party. Like, now it's like for the kids and
Yeah.
you look like a jack if you don't,
But my thing about the fundraiser, it was only 2 kids there.
There was only 2 kids there.
Only
They're
2
bad
kids.
kids.
They
Though.
were bad, yeah.
It was only like 2 kids.
Right?
And whatever happened with that? Like we never went full circle with the thieving kids.
They just kind of pushed Kevin down, like, oh, you never saw him ever again.
I thought what was going to happen was that at the end of the show, when he was worried about the $150,000 that he'd blown, and then they dumped out the wallets on the table, that he was going to get money out of people's wallets.
That's
did
what I
too.
thought, too.
Was that too?
Yeah.
I thought the
corny?
same thing, too,
Okay.
but they kind of just left it alone. He just kind of just went to the cell phone. I was like, oh, let me just kind of go to Selena's cell phone and forget the wallets and $150,000 I had to pay, but it was kind of, it was weird. But yeah, the kid situation was only like 2 kids. At most charities that I've been to, that's fundraising for kids, I normally probably see a group of kids because they're doing it for a specific reason and a specific charity, and the kids kind of come out so they can kind of mix and mingle with those people who are within the charity who's basically sponsoring and supporting the charity. So it was kind of just odd just to see 2 kids, but it was just like, it wasn't just 2 plain kids, it was 2 bad kids because she was pickpocketing people. Like, seriously.
Yeah, it was bad.
And they were at a cocktail party too, which
Yes.
I don't know.
That's
maybe
probably
if
why
the
there's only 2
kids want to
kids,
be. Yeah, I don't know if the kids want to be at a cocktail party. Maybe like a sit-down dinner, and then afterwards there's drinks. But
Yeah, but it was kind of just random, sporadic kids.
You know what else was random? Boris's weight gain.
Oh my gosh, that's what he's gonna
Right.
look like when he get old.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad to say that that's exactly what he's gonna look like when he get old.
But no, because it caught me off guard a little bit. You
did.
know, the makeup wasn't great, but you got the point.
Yes.
And so I mean, it's funny because you see Boris as this Adonis, as he's been through his career, and then so now like seeing him in a fat suit per se, like it's kind of it's funny, but it's like it's sad because it's almost like if he loses his body, then he may lose the rest of his career.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Not saying that he's not a good actor, but I feel that like a lot of roles,
I was gonna say.
right? I was a little.
I was trying to read between the lines.
No, I'm just saying no because like it seems like a lot of the roles that he gets are roles that to where like he's in like a wife beater or he's in like his shirt's coming off or whatever. So like they use his body to his advantage. Like he's not like a John Goodman or something to where he can be a bigger guy. And
You're trying to say he's
still get-
typecast.
Yeah, he's definitely typecast. But he was a model first though, so I get the lane that he's.
Some
that
people
he's-
lose it and gain it back.
I mean, unless he's doing it for a role,
Right.
I can imagine him being fat though. When I saw his face, I was just like, damn, did he really gain weight?
Yeah, it was a
You
little
know, I
weird.
was just like, ooh.
How long were they off, right?
He was eating good steak and potatoes, steak and potatoes.
But then he's like skinny in the previews, so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so he probably
just,
loses it eventually, you know. I mean, you know.
Would you date Boris Kodjoe?
Would I?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering. Oh, he meets the height requirement. Like,
Yeah, he's tall enough.
Okay.
And even if he was actually like that size, that fatness, I'm
you
down.
You would not date him if he was fat.
He's got a handsome face.
Yeah.
You put him on his treadmill. Work
See.
that right off.
That's all Hollywood right there. That's
Exactly.
all
Exactly.
superficial. He has a handsome face. He's fat.
That's
Let's say he's like a horrible person. Not saying he is, but let's say he's a horrible person, right?
Well, he
But
said date. He didn't say marry. He just said date.
Okay.
I'd give him an opportunity to be a horrible person to me, and then it'd be over.
Just to say I did it.
I mean, were we talking like who is this? He's Boris Kodjoe, or are you asking like if he's just some guy that I meet on the street that looks like him
Boris
that's fat?
Kodjoe at
or
the weight,
it's like
at like 50 pounds
that's
heavier.
not married.
Yes.
If he tried to holler, yeah, I'd go for
50
it.
pounds heavier?
Yeah.
Okay. Knows herself. She like big girls. Big girls.
that look
No,
like
I
Boris
like
Kodjoe.
it.
You have to look like
Oh,
Boris
you look like Boris
Kodjoe,
Kodjoe.
right? And maybe even speak a little German, and then you can
Okay.
holler at Michelle.
No, I don't even actually like light-skinned guys. So, I mean, but why is this about me right now?
I don't-
I don't know. Like, why is this about, like, my dating
This
life?
was random though. Bridget, right? Bridget Hart,
Yes.
the lady who plays Bridget Hart, is a totally different Bridget this season than last season,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Which, because I was okay, like what happened to? Because I forgot the. I'll look it up really quickly. But the lady who played last year, I forget her name. I want to say it was Angel Conwell. That's who I want to say. So I'm gonna look it up. But what did you guys feel about her and her
cousin?
trifling ways? And then we'll get to Tiffany in a minute. But how do you feel about this trifling baby mama?
I thought it was funny. I laughed in the beginning at the chant. That was funny.
Yeah, at the chant in the beginning, but then like the more she kind of got into it, it became more annoying to me. I just think it was just kind of just over the top because every baby mama is not like that. And as he was saying, you got half of everything I got, and she's still like begging for money. And anyway, it's kind of making a mockery of her, but I thought it was annoying.
I mean, I think it was different because like Kevin Hart's real divorce, his wife really didn't get a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, like she definitely didn't get half of anything.
She didn't get. She didn't get anything at all. She got less than $1 million.
Yeah, it was low six figures as well.
Yeah.
But like, you know, child support, this and that, yada yada. But, you know, for the show, she got half.
She got half. And still begging for money.
Yeah,
that's
still,
the
you
crazy
know,
part. It's
and
like,
yeah.
I want these acting classes. You know, Jamie Foxx's acting coach was $10,000 an hour. I was like, who pays that?
That's crazy.
Yeah. I just didn't get her storyline because it, I mean, I guess we see as it unfolds with the previews that she's going to be pursuing acting and then she's going to get cast or whatever in some project he's working on. But at first it seemed like she was going to be there to kind of like, you know, make him out to be the bad guy and the deadbeat dad. So I thought that was going to be her whole character is the angry ex-baby mama.
Right.
But now I guess we're seeing that she's going to be an actress and that's where she kind of fits into it. So I think
guess.
they could have done with all that baby mama drama stuff, you know?
Yeah. I think they would have brought her in the next episode when he actually started doing the casting.
Yeah,
I think that
exactly.
makes it more like, okay, we can accept her more now versus like, oh, I need money for acting classes.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, well, all of a sudden she showed the next episode like, oh, I'm auditioning for, you know, the role. I think it was just kind of.
Yeah. Would have been better if she just gotten cast and she had come up with the money herself and he was like, oh.
It would have been more
yeah.
organic. Like,
Yeah.
this is natural. Like, the chant thing was great, and then it kind of felt like, okay, it's enough.
Yeah.
In scene sooner, please.
And she was like, yes, counting the money. Like, I got you.
Then
Yeah.
what about Tiffany?
Terrible. Terrible. Terrible.
But you know, because like Tiffany plays a great role, because like she plays that girl who's in the ear, like, oh
Yes.
girl, you need to you get in for this and you get in for that, you know. It's, oh, I saw him on TMZ.
That's real life, yeah.
You know, so like I get it, and you know, like you know, she's the girl who you need to keep away from your fellas. She's the girl you need to keep away.
But every girl has that girl.
Do they?
Either her friend or her
They do,
cousin.
yeah.
that's
But it's kind of crazy though because guys don't have that. We don't have like, oh yeah, like Nick in my ear, like Larice, you da 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 da.
Y'all
Yeah.
definitely have that.
No, we don't.
no, it's
No, I
it's-
don't.
It's
Your
it's
friends
not to that
your
No.
friends
extent.
Don't tell you like, oh yeah, nah, dog.
Nah,
Don't do that.
no, no.
They do. That's a
No.
lie.
He said not to that extent, so it's
No, like okay, like no, like there's like we may have conversation, right? You know, might be like, yo, that girl you're with, she's cool, or whatever.
That's it.
But I'm gonna leave it up to him. I'm not gonna be like, yo, da 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 da. It's not gonna be all that.
It's not gonna be like, man, let me tell you about her. This, that. Like girls be like, girl, don't talk to him because it's this and this. And I'm just like,
we don't have time for all that.
You guys just give one word answers and keep it moving.
First, guys
talk just as much as girls do.
No, guys talk about girls, but guys don't talk about their best friends' relationships. Where girls talk about their relationship.
Or will you talk to the other homie about it?
No, to each other. I want to talk about Nick's relationship with Phil. I mean, that's just disrespectful. It's a guy code.
Well, I think the situation here, I mean, we can say we do this or we don't do that, but it's...
Obviously, I mean, you one of those friends, right?
No, I'm not one of those friends. That's what I was going to say, is it depends on the type of person. Like, yes, sometimes I'm in my girlfriend's ear, like, telling them my opinion on their love life, but I would never go to... I would never go to one of my like friends' ex-husband's house and like pick it outside his house and call him a deadbeat dad, you know?
I think it's kind of crazy.
I mean, okay, but
I'm that down home girl that'd be like, if you want to go do that, then let's go. I'll be there to support you. But I'm not the one that's in your ear. I listen and I let you form your own opinion because I've learned that you just have to listen to people because they're going to do what they want to do. At the end of the day,
it's true.
They're going to date who they want to date and do what they want to do. But I'll go with you.
But let me tell you, all right, because I think one of the main reasons why Tiffany was even there is because remember she used to work for Kevin. She used to be the babysitter.
Yeah.
So that's probably another reason. Yeah, let's just go. Because she trying to get some money too.
Yeah.
So she was like, let's go down there. Because he owes you money anyway.
She like, girl,
he owed me money.
When you get that money, can I get a pair of shoes?
Yeah,
Can I get those shoes?
So she's that friend.
Can I
She's
get
got
that
an ulterior
bag?
motive.
Why
Okay.
did you be so superficial?
I'm just saying.
Because that's
okay.
where she is.
Here's a better one. Can I get the money for the lights? Is that better?
Oh, her lights on.
No, I'm just.
She needs to be at work.
Well, she had a job. She used to be the babysitter. Then she's not the babysitter no more.
But she should be getting unemployment.
Babysitting.
They don't have W-2s.
That's $10.99.
Yeah,
That's
so
free 99.
She's out of luck.
That's free 99 for most people.
But now, so let's talk about Romany Malco and Salida Banks, right? So Salida shows up to the party, okay, and apparently doesn't know Kevin Hart. Again, like last season, no one knows Kevin Hart.
Nobody knows.
Right? Which is kind of, he's literally everywhere. He has about 4 movies coming out, within like the next 8 months or something like that. So, people know who he is. You may not see him all the time, but people know who he is.
Yes.
So, she shows up, but she doesn't show up for Kevin. She shows up for Romany Malco.
Yes.
Which is kind of weird, because, like, to me, it's almost like, because, I mean, he's a big star, but I don't think he's, like, as big as Kevin.
He's not. He's not. Nowhere near.
But, I mean, he seems to be, like, a nice guy, and I feel he could probably pull Salida.
I'm not saying that he couldn't, but at the same time, I mean, it's Kevin Hart.
Well, have y'all ever been in a situation where y'all meet one person and then y'all go meet like their friends, and then their friends are maybe cooler or better looking or whatever?
She's telling herself.
Maybe we
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, she is so
No,
I went to Chris's house, and then Josh was there, and I said, "Hello, Josh."
She is so telling
No,
herself.
I saw there's a meme on Instagram like that I've seen these last couple of days, and it's like that look you have when you meet your friend. I mean, you meet your girl's best friend, and she looks better than her. Yeah. So that's where I got it from. So maybe it was one of those situations where she was invited, but then when she got there, if she is feeling Kevin, she's like, "Oh, well, I was already invited by someone else."
Have you ever been in that situation? When you saw like the guy you met, then you saw his best friend or his roommate, you'd be like, "Dang."
I mean, I have, and I've probably made a mental note like, "Oh, his roommate's kind of cuter," but then I'm just like, "Okay, well, I have a friend that I can hook him up with. Like, one eat, we all eat. Like, my friend can hook up with his friend." And
okay.
Have you ever been in that situation?
Yes.
And what did you do?
I just looked.
You just looked, so you didn't.
Just look. Nothing I was like, man.
Were you disappointed? You're like, damn.
Ugh. But you know what? I've been in situations before where I've met females just being out and everything, and with like my friends and everything. So I basically like start having conversations with her, and if I see like her friends look better, I will basically put my friend, be like, "Yo, Eric, go talk to her,"
Yeah.
but now I go talk to her friend.
So you make your friend talk to the one that you were talking to originally, and then you like
But
jump
no,
ship?
but
Yes.
if they just meet, then there's nothing wrong with that. Like if
But I
you're
was just having
dating the girl, then there's
conversation
something
with her. It's like,
wrong.
oh, I just met you today,
That
and
is
you know.
so foul.
That yeah,
That is
I
so
agree.
No, it's not.
That's not fun.
See,
You
like,
just gotta stick
That's
with
not
it.
fun.
Sometimes you just gotta take one.
why
for
would
the
I have
team
to
and
stick
say-
with her? We just friends. I just met her out, just having conversation. I like to talk sometimes. I might be
now we
funny
said you like to
sometimes. I might be like, hey, I met Michelle and everything. And Fahnia came out. I'm like, ooh, like, yeah, Michelle, like Nick, can you talk to her?
Dang. Okay.
I'm
well.
just saying, it happens like that sometimes.
You know what? That is foul.
So why would you? Yeah. Why would you not just let your friend get the better looking girl this time? No.
What you mean? We were just talking as friends. I just met you 5 minutes ago.
But okay, no,
It's
but
okay.
who's to say that the
Selfish.
first girl is
You say
ugly
selfish.
chick?
Yes.
He is.
No, I did not.
No, he didn't
He's
say
not
all that.
saying-
No,
Like,
I did not. I say if I met Michelle and I was like, oh, and I saw something about Fahnia, I'm like, oh, she got a nice smile. I'm gonna talk to her because she got a nice smile.
Okay,
he didn't
no,
say ugly,
but-
but he just said the second one was better
Okay,
looking.
okay,
so.
but what if, let's say that there was an instant attraction with the second girl that he didn't have with the first girl,
Maybe-
and since there was no bond with the first girl, why are you gonna put yourself in that?
Exactly.
In that
Maybe
si-
Fahnia
situation?
came up just smiling. Oh, hey, I like her personality, and Michelle was just kind of like.
So you're saying in a first encounter.
Michelle is getting it rough. Dang.
Poor
Poor Michelle. Poor me.
I'm just using you.
I
'cause
know
you're
it's
close
fine.
to
No,
me,
that's
and you're
fine.
light skinned.
You know who else is light skinned? Slady Ebanks, who, which was, I don't know, because what I saw between them, it didn't seem like they were having too much of a good time.
No, I think she was just kind of there, just kind of, because Kevin wanted to talk to her, and at that time,
But
didn't get no attention.
but she was just there because like she was originally invited by Wanda,
yes,
right? So I don't even think that she knew that Kevin was gonna be there, even though it was at Kevin Hart's house.
exactly.
So I think Kevin just being there, which was kind of him and hitting on her was kind of awkward. That was a little weird.
Super awkward.
And how he not he didn't diss, but he dissed his girl,
Charmaine.
Shamar, yeah. And
That was
that
hilarious.
was kind of cold blooded. It was a little sad.
I mean,
Kind of like dissing the girl you're supposed
Yeah.
to meet up with for her homegirl that's cuter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't.
Kinda like
but that's-
Larice just did to me.
But
I
that's a
didn't say
different
it.
situation because that's like his girl though. Like if he just met her, then it's totally different.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
But not to say that Kevin Hart didn't play I'm just cock blocking, right? When they get to the restaurant,
Oh yeah, he definitely cop blocked. He's like, hey, you left your phone at the house and everything. And the bad thing about it, he's like, yeah. Speaking of, I went through your phone. She's like, did you went through my phone? He's like, no. Yes, I did went through your phone. So, but I see you free next Wednesday. Can I? That's kind of like scary.
That's very scary. That's very Chester molester.
If you found your crush's phone at your house with no
lock.
freaking lock on it, you wouldn't go through it?
No.
Liar.
No, I'm.
Well, no, see, I would
I would
open
totally
it. I
go
would
through it.
open it just to see whose phone it was. So that's how you know. Okay, like this is who I gotta
like,
get the phone.
I'm
back
going
to.
through it.
Pictures.
I'm going
so
I'm
foul.
gonna send myself text messages.
So foul.
That's-
So I just took this
yeah,
picture
yeah.
right
I'm
here.
gonna
That's doing
screenshot
way too
stuff
much.
and then send it to me. Yeah.
Yeah,
For what?
I'm gonna forward emails to my email. Yeah.
that's kind of creepy. That's
no,
the
maybe
creepy
not if it was a
part.
crush. If it was somebody that I was dating, maybe. I
Even
would do
somebody that
But
I
if
was-
it was a crush, I would definitely just look through it.
But even
Just to know where I stand, like what's going on. Maybe he's telling me he's not talking to other girls. Maybe he is,
But even the fact of if I was dating you and we was dating for quite some time, I was still you came to my house and you left your phone there, I wouldn't go through your phone, even if it was unlocked. Even your phone rang, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, Nick calling. I was like, all right, cool, your phone's ringing, cool, whatever. And even if I left my phone there, I leave my phone unlocked all the time. I have nothing to hide.
No trust issues.
Okay.
I'm like, well, I'm gonna lock my phone for.
That's what it is. It's
Yeah.
and because you don't trust them. When you can ask,
Well-
and if you guys are on that type of relationship where everyone is honest about everything, then you should believe everything that he tells you, and vice versa.
That was too new.
Yeah.
They just met that.
Okay, well, no, that's totally different. But like in a relationship, then you should be able to. But going through someone's phone who you don't really know, that's foul.
Okay, I got.
But that's foul.
Okay, well,
I
let's.
wouldn't go through your phone or I wouldn't go through your guys' phone. I'd be like, oh, it's yours. Okay.
Yeah, you left your phone. Sorry.
Okay, well, let's ask our viewers at iTunes. Make sure you go to iTunes and download the podcast with AfterBuzz TV for Real Hollywood Real Husbands of Hollywood. Rate us. Let us know, like, if you actually found a significant other phone, would you actually go through their phone if their phone was unlocked, or do you allow your phone to be unlocked around your significant other, and do you trust them? Please go to download it, iPad and Android, iPhones. Thank you. It is locked. And please let us know. So let's get back to Kevin.
So they are at the restaurant, right? And because you know what I thought was gonna happen when Kevin was texting Romney. I thought he was gonna like set him up so he would go to one restaurant, and like blow off Selena.
That's what he was trying to do. That's what he's trying to do. Cause remember he said, "Oh, meet me in Beverly Hills."
Yeah, the Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills. What was it, Hilton Hotel?
Yeah, it's the hotel.
Yeah. So he's like, "No, silly. You're supposed to meet at Clofitas."
Yeah.
Clofitas and everything. But at the same time, I look at like this right here. She's like, "Oh well, I was looking for my phone," and while Romney was like, "Oh well, I thought you've been texting me all the time about where to meet up and everything," but she don't say anything about that at all. It was just the debate between Kevin and Romney. "Oh, I think it's time for you to go," and it's just kind of weird because the whole fight scene when he was like, "I'm about to put the pause on." I was just like, seriously. And then like once he kind of get hit and he falls out and he kind of goes into the confession, the Band-Aid's on the wrong side.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, get your props together.
And it would have been smoother if he did like reschedule the location so that they would have showed up together. Like you said, had he had game and would have been like, "No, let's meet over here at Mr. Chow's instead, this afternoon," as opposed to showing up at their date and cock blocking.
Yeah. Because you're right. The smoother thing would have been to send Romney somewhere else, and then he just happens to, "Oh, hey, Selena," and then now she's mad. He sits down. They have a nice little meal.
Exactly.
Boom, boom.
It's the
when I have
altercation.
your phone,
It's the altercation.
Of course, you erase the text messages that you
did?
sent. I'm just saying, if that was a route
That's
he was going
new.
to go. No. But if that was a route that he was going to go, right? Because he sent text messages from her phone when she didn't have her phone. So when he gives her the phone back, of course she's gonna look. She can see text messages. "Oh, hey, what was this?" So if you're trying to be slick about it, you erase the text messages. That's just common sense. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, tips 101. Okay, erase the text messages.
Yeah, just cheating tips for Nick. You erase text message, you send them from someone else's phone. That's all you gotta do.
Boom.
But Kevin Hart's prop falls are terrible. I have to say that they are the worst falls. When the little kid pushed him, terrible fall.
Yeah.
And
that makes it funny though. It's hilarious.
Like not happening.
He just always lays out. No matter when he falls, he just lays out every single time.
Yeah.
So I mean.
I think it's part of the show too, even with like the fat suit and like the skin that we could see not blended well on Boris's face. And just all of the fake elements. I don't know, we get that it's fake and it's really contrived, but I think that's what makes the show what it is. Like, I think that they try to make it look fake on purpose.
Yeah.
They play into it.
That it's fake and not well produced.
That's true. I'm excited about some of the cameos, that are coming up. We saw Bobby Brown early in the episode, which is kind of weird. I want to know if he's coming back. He was in the studio with Nelly and Eric Benet.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
And Eric Benet,
Yeah, he had his cameo
Wanda
also with
Sykes
Nelly.
Cameo.
Yeah.
We saw a couple other folks. So, I'm excited to see. Yeah, there's a lot this season. So that's exciting. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about, or we?
I mean, I think that's about it.
Predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So what do you think? Because I believe there's 11 episodes left because they're doing 12 episodes this season. I believe. I'm not 100%, but that's what I want to say. So in the next 11 episodes, what do you guys see coming up? Because it looks like a lot of just random stuff going on. So what do you guys see?
Yeah, the first episode definitely a lot of random stuff. Okay, ladies first.
Nice.
Fahnia?
Nice.
Pressure's on.
I don't have a prediction. I don't know. I pass.
Michelle?
I think Drea's gonna really do a great job next week on the episode. She looks like we saw a little brief, part of her acting, but as opposed to Chris and Chloe, she looked like she was doing pretty good to me. So, and she wanted to, if you recall, for any Basketball Wives fans out there, she wanted to break into acting a few seasons ago on Basketball Wives, and this is her acting, and she looked like she was doing a good job. So I think she's gonna do a good job. No? Okay.
Kiss me like a woman, or kiss me like a man. That was a little weird.
I liked it.
My prediction is that, I mean, again, you know, Kevin Hart said he's really going to be probably another altercation. I'm looking for him and Nick to kind of get into an altercation. That's going to be real big for me. And next week, I think the audition is going to go great, but when his ex-wife comes in, it's going to go bad. But do you think she's going to get the role?
Yeah, like I think that she's going to, you know, like bully herself into the role and like cause such a catastrophe at the casting that like no one else wants the role. You know what I mean? It's like she has to get the role now. So there's probably going to be that. We saw Terry Crews really quick trying to beat up Kevin, so that's going to be interesting. And it looks like Kevin goes broke. So we're going to see what he blows all of his money on. You know, and he's living in a trailer. You know, which is...
It's like a trailer, like a abandoned apartment.
Yeah, so you know,
it's kind of...
They have him doing just a whole lot of random, crazy stuff. News and gossip, just really quickly before I know you're about to end it, but really quickly. This is what I will try and do because I know we had we get Cynthia K. McWilliams in. She came in for Black Hollywood, so we can reach out to her and get her in, and so we get Boris in. I know James personally, so I'll send him a text message and everything, see if we can get James in. James was Oliver, is Kevin Hart's assistant. So, you know, try and get all these guests in, you know, see what their schedule's like. And also leave the comments and, you know, tell us who you want to see, you know, who you want to see in. And, you know, we'll do our best to reach out and support and get them in.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
All right, you guys. So, where can they find you?
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at True People, TruPeoples.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Michelle Renee LA.
You can find me all over the internet at the Nick Perdue. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.